Annyeong Buzz, welcome back to your favorite stop for all things Korean entertainment, where the tea is hot and the opinions are hotter. Okay, we need to talk. Suzy, yes, Bae Suzy, is reportedly in talks to star in a brand new fantasy romance drama titled The Men of the Harem. And this isn't just any drama, folks. This one? It's based on a popular web novel, and it sounds like we're in for a spicy, dramatic, possibly controversial ride. So here's the scoop. According to reports on May 12th, Suzy is currently reviewing an offer to play the lead role in The Men of the Harem. Her agency, Management Soup, confirmed that she's received the offer and is considering it. And let me tell you, I'm already invested even before she signs on the dotted line. The drama is set in a fantasy world, the Harem Empire, and centers around Empress Latil. After a painful betrayal by the man she once loved, she decides to take matters into her own hands and bring in male concubines to protect her throne. Let that sink in for a moment. A female lead with power, agency, and a reverse harem? Yes, please. And Suzy playing an empress who builds a harem of men? That would be a game changer for her image. We've seen her as the innocent first love, the mysterious loner, the relatable office worker. But an empress managing a harem for political survival? That's bold. That's fierce. And honestly, that's the kind of drama I didn't know. I needed until now. Let's also talk about the team behind this potential masterpiece. The director is none other than Lee Young-bak, the visionary behind Goblin, Mr. Sunshine, and Sweet Home 2 and 3. You know this man knows how to build epic worlds with emotional depth and intense visuals. And the writer? Hwang Jin Young, who gave us My Dearest, a drama that wrecked us emotionally, but in the best way possible. So now let me throw this to you guys. Are we ready to see Suzy in this kind of role? Personally, I think it's about time we see her take on something darker, more complex. She's got the screen presence to pull it off. Plus, the idea of her commanding a court full of men vying for her favor? Iconic. But I'm curious. Would this drama work in mainstream Korean television? The reverse harem concept isn't exactly new in webtoons or novels, but in K-dramas, it's still pretty rare. Do you think audiences are ready for a show where the female lead holds that kind of romantic and political power? Or could this drama stir up some controversy if it doesn't handle the themes carefully? Also, if Suzy says yes, who would you cast? As the male concubines? Like, come on. The casting potential here is off the charts. Imagine idols or actors known for their visuals and charisma, all playing different characters competing for the Empress's attention. This could be a feast for the eyes and the drama-loving heart. Alright, that's the tea for now, but I want to know what you think. Should Suzy accept this role? Are you excited by the fantasy romance setup? Or are you worried it might fall into cliché territory? Would you watch it for the plot or the palace intrigue? Drop your thoughts in the comments. You know I read every single one. And who knows? If enough of us manifest this, maybe Suzy will hear the buzz and say yes. Stick around because, in the next part, we're diving into more fan casting ideas, the potential challenges of adapting this story from a web novel, and what kind of tone this drama might take. You don't want to miss it. So, who would be your dream harem lineup? Alright, let's keep this conversation going because, honestly, there's so much to unpack here. First, let's talk about the story itself, The Men of the Harem. For those of you who haven't read the web novel, it's not just some light romance with pretty boys. It's political. It's emotional. It's about survival. Empress Latil isn't just building a harem because she wants attention. She's doing it to secure her throne after a devastating betrayal. That's a huge departure from typical romance plotlines, and I think it adds serious depth to the drama. If Suzy takes this role, it'll be one of her most mature characters yet. Latil is a woman who's been hurt, who's been forced to grow tough, and who's learned to use love and power strategically. That's a far cry from the sweet, bright characters Suzy used to play in her earlier days. But if you watched her in Anna or Duna, you know she's been stepping out of her comfort zone, and she's been killing it. So imagine this. Suzy, in royal robes, sitting on a golden throne, while 5, or maybe 10, gorgeous men are lined up, each with different personalities. Maybe one's a loyal knight, another's a sly diplomat. There's a soft, poetic type, a dangerous assassin, who secretly loves her. The possibilities are endless, and I can already see the fan edits flooding TikTok. But here's a real question. How far do you think Korean dramas can push this concept? Will the drama lean into the romance? Will it be steamy? Or will it stay on the PG-13 side, focusing more on the palace politics and emotional tension? Because let's be honest, the idea of a woman with multiple love interests is still something that gets a mixed reaction. When male leads do it, having multiple women chasing them, it's usually seen as funny or charming. But when it's the other way around, people start calling it too much. So I'm really hoping this drama goes bold and challenges that double standard. What do you think? Is Korea ready for that kind of shift in storytelling? Now, let's dreamcast a little. Personally, I'd love to see someone like Lee Jun-ho as the head of the Imperial Guard. Loyal, emotionally reserved, but completely in love with the Empress. Or maybe Hwang Min Hyun as the elegant, mysterious scholar. Park Seo-joon as the roguish general with a tragic past? Too much? Or just right? But here's a fun twist. What if the drama also gives the male characters their own depth and backstories? Not just as romantic pawns, but as people with real ambitions and struggles. That would elevate the whole story beyond just being eye candy. It could even bring in political alliances, betrayals within the harem, or forbidden friendships. Drama, gold. Now from a production standpoint, Lee Young-bok as the director gives me hope that this won't be some cheap fantasy fluff. If you've seen Goblin, Mr. Sunshine, or even Sweet Home, you know he builds worlds that feel cinematic. The visuals, the atmosphere, the pacing, all on point. And if they're investing in this drama with a high-quality cast and budget, this could be a new K-drama classic in the making. And of course, there's always that risk. Adapting a beloved web novel comes with pressure. Fans already have expectations. They've imagined the scenes, the characters, the emotions. If the drama strays too far or the tone feels off, it could face backlash. Just think about all the webtoon to drama adaptations that started strong but lost their way halfway through. I really hope they treat this story with the complexity it deserves. Now over to you guys. If Suzy takes the role, what kind of character development would you want to see for Empress Latil? Should she fall in love again after being betrayed, or should she stay focused on her power? Should it be a slow burn romance or a battle of hearts? And here's a spicy question to really get the comments rolling. Would you be okay with multiple romance endings? Like, what if Latil doesn't choose just one man? Would that be empowering or frustrating? Personally, I say, why not? Let's shake up the formula. Let's show that love can be complicated, that power and vulnerability can coexist, and that a female lead doesn't have to choose between strength and romance. All right, Buzz fam, that's it for now. But I need to hear from you. Would you watch this drama if Suzy confirms? Who's your dream cast? And do you think the K-drama world is ready for this kind of bold, female-centered fantasy romance? Let's make the comment section explode with theories, suggestions, and maybe even a little casting wish list. I'll be down there with you, so don't hold back. Until next time, this is Young Buzz signing off. Stay curious, stay loud, and keep buzzing.